Happy Halloween, everybody. And a victory Monday for my Atlanta Falcons, who are first place in the NFC South. Scary, isn't it? Well, I've got something that's a little bit more scary. 5 of my pick of the scariest athletes of all time on the Sports Minute. Happy Halloween. It's a very special Halloween episode. At number 5, we have Mark Calloway, also known as The Undertaker, one of the most decorated superstars in WWE history. I mean, honestly, look at this guy. Yes, he's had a lot of character identities over the years, but you listen to moves like the choke slam, the last ride, Hell's Glare, the tombstone pile driver. Tell me that's not scary. On top of the eye roll that he used to do, and his buried alive angle with Stone Cold at the end of 1998 will remain one of the creepiest, scariest, and most controversial angles of all time. Antonio Alfonseca is known for having an extra finger on each hand and an extra toe on each foot. He is one of, so if you wonder why they call him the octopus, that's exactly why. But they called him the Dragon Slayer as well. He won a World Series title in his rookie year with the Florida Marlins, a National League Rolaids Relief Man Award in 2000, which was his best season overall, and he's an NL saves leader with 400 strikeouts and 129 saves. This man put fear into batters every time he stepped on that pitching mound to close the game. Batters were afraid. Number 3, Charles Oakley had one main duty when he was on the Chicago Bulls: protect Michael Jordan at all costs, from cheap shots to roughhousing the tactics of opposing players, and anything opposing players would do to try to hurt Jordan. He made NBA players think twice about touching Jordan. It's like protecting your little brother on the playground at recess or at a playground period. You better think twice before you touch Jordan, because Charles Oakley would come out and touch you. He had a very no-nonsense attitude, and you weren't going to drive the lane. Imagine trying to drive the lane and seeing Charles Oakley standing between you and the basket. I'm passing the ball myself personally. I'm not a hooper. Not to mention, Charles Oakley is from the land, and he's from EC. Now, for those that aren't from Cleveland, EC stands for East Cleveland, which is one of the toughest areas in the whole city of Cleveland, Ohio. At number 2, we have Jack Tatum, who is appropriately named the Assassin. This man brought fear to every wide receiver, running back, tight end, fullback. Whoever had the ball, you were scared playing the Raiders. Let me tell you why. Because he would crack your skull wide open. This man was one of the hardest hitting players in the National Football League and is one of the hardest hitting players of all time. You didn't want to get near him whenever you had the ball. You kept your head on a swivel looking for Jack Tatum. He is most known for his hit on Darryl Stingley, the former New England Patriot that paralyzed him and ended his career. And although he felt bad, he basically said his job is to hit hard and stop the play, and that's what he did. At number 1, we got the baddest man on the planet, one of the greatest heavyweights in boxing history, Iron Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was violent. He was vicious. He was a knockout artist who intimidated fighters before they even made it inside the ring with him. He also had them beat before the bell rang. That's how crazy it was. Like, Tyson would knock fighters out in a minute. You spend $40 to $50 on his pay-per-view fights just for it to end in one round. He is, without a shadow of a doubt, one of the greatest heavyweight knockout artists in boxing history. Go check out some of his old fights, young folks. You won't be disappointed. That's my list. Tell me who's a scary athlete to you in the comments. I'm Rico McGee. This has been the Sports Minute. Happy Halloween, everybody. Be safe if you're trick-or-treating. Check your kids' candy, and we'll see you in a minute.